Okay, so look, I don't think a lot of people really care for, today's hip hop and entertainment and stuff. I don't think a lot of people truly really care that really, are, get the, that really are about certain life and generations that they don't care for certain this generation's like hip hop or music or some of the entertainment in this generation. I mean, you got to kind of move with I kind of learned you got to kind of move with the culture to kind of stay on top of the culture. You kind of got to have to move with the culture and kind of get involved in learning about the culture, but honestly, I don't think people. I mean, I think there's white men that really don't care about the culture because hip hop and R&B has become so ghetto from what it was. Hip hop and R&B has become so ghetto and trash like from what it was. That it's not respectable anymore, especially to people in the black community. So, and some people say that says a lot about the black community because although they want to like say that's a good marker or a good reason to emphasize on what the black community is passing as culture, but whether some people agree in the black community with it or not, I mean it's still being passed as black culture in today's society. Um, I don't think a lot of people would care about Nicki Minaj. I don't think a lot of people would care about Cardi B or half of these bimbos and ghetto ass women if it wasn't for the fact that they were kind of ghetto ass women and well proportioned and pretty ghetto ass women, but women that are obviously that they have that characteristics and that whole way about them that they're going to end up just half naked or half the time anyways, or end up half naked or do something where they claim they get their their videos leaked or their photos leaked or whatever else. So I don't think people really care. Some people really care about the culture. I think some people are involved into the culture when it comes to like just looking at pretty women and saying these women are pretty. I mean, you might like one or two songs within the culture of like the ghetto trash that is black culture, or is passing itself off as black culture in the hip hop and R&B society. But a lot of these women are, some people in the black community don't find them respectable and stuff, but a lot of these women are, like half naked, they're dressed provocatively, they're doing things that are really risque, and things that are just, really putting themselves out there in a very, exposed and kind of negative or, sexual light, where, they're being sexualized and idolized for their sexuality and for some people their bodies and and basically what they have leaked onto the internet or what people hope to in their own fantasy of mind hope to obtain and get from such celebrity, which they might not ever do, but still have a little fantasy of following them because they obviously like to leak that type of ghetto trash where they're doing sex videos or nudes and shit like that. I mean, we're living in an age where people's nudes and things get leaked all over the internet, and people's privacy gets exposed, and exes have videos and people have videos where where things are being leaked and showing these very famous people or these people that are climbing up the ladder and becoming very famous, um in a very exposed and dirty light, in a very sexual manner and stuff like that because people have like the sex videos and shit. I mean, I was just reading something online which I didn't really know about, but some people are saying Cooking with Kaya now has some videos exposed basically of her, made from her ex or from somebody saying that they now exposed her on online, basically, having sex with her ex or having sex with somebody, basically, and her videos got exposed, and so all the women decided to band together, and she became the most hated person for all the women in the world, that a lot of women decided to band together and try to get her removed from the internet and try to get her removed because, she makes other women jealous that she can do better for their man than basically, than basically they can, and it's true. I mean, I've had a young jealous ex or young jealous ex, yeah, young jealous ex that I was probably like 27 at the time. She was like 19, and she was always very jealous. She was always very jealous of the women around me. When I was trying to build a career and I was trying to branch out and still have a networking life of friends and people I could talk to and other performers and stuff. She was very jealous around me, and always would be like, "Well, who's this bitch and who's this and who's that?" Pretty much wanting to fight everybody and etc. Because women these days, and in the younger generation, just want to fight and kind of get mad about people taking their guy and stuff, and it gets very immature in kind of relationship drama and stuff. But point being is that whether you're cooking with Kaya, who obviously now is making headlines for possibly exposed videos of her and her ex having sex or something online, and she got her TikTok deleted because people actually teamed up and got rid of her TikTok, which I thought which is really a really bad form of bullying. But whether people got together and got rid of her TikTok or and stuff like that you know it's passing itself off as trash, and people are kind of putting it out there to make it trash, especially when they're deliberately looking for the drama and stuff, and the things of the culture that are negative and stuff, and especially all these sex videos. Everybody wants to see sex because sex sells and stuff like that. But and obviously everybody's probably looking at Kaya because some guys are definitely want to look at Kaya naked and stuff like that because they might never get a chance or etc. But and I know some of the women are going to hate that, but regardless, it's black culture is so freaking ghetto these days. I mean, I don't think people would like Sexy Red very much if it wasn't for certain things about Sexy Red and her being ghetto, or her carrying herself in such a way, where especially for some men, thinking she was easy. I don't think people would even like Sexy Red. I mean, I'm starting to wake up and realize that I might not like half these women, half these black women in black entertainment, because this black entertainment is so ghetto and ratchet and kind of puts itself out there in such a sexual and provocative way that I don't know if I really like these women necessarily for their music, or necessarily because they're half naked half the time, and and they're basically being exposed half the time because they're being props for higher powers in society or whatever else to deal with. But I don't know. Some people are saying they did Cooking with Kaya wrong. A lot of the stuff about Cooking with Kaya they're saying it happened in December 2004, but a lot of people are saying she got exposed and her videos got leaked all over the internet, and there's like things on Twitter, but I don't really want to click on any weird links or nothing on Twitter because I don't want to have to clean my computer and have to get viruses on my computer for clicking a really like bad link on Twitter about what is actually being posted there and being exposed and etc. So if the video drops, the video's going to drop, and I mean I'm sure people are going to see it because obviously after a while people all these celebrities drop a video, and all these famous people drop a video when people see it where they're shaking their asses, or they're having sex, or whatever else. So or Nicki Minaj has porn videos where she's topless, or pictures where she's topless. So I mean I've seen all this. I mean we got people went crazy over the Chloe Bailey sex scene that she did in Swarm. She was doing a sex scene which was staged, but the whole world went nuts for the freaking porn that she was doing, or the freaking 10 to 20 minute of porn that she was doing basically for a scene in a TV show. A lot of people were just going crazy over that. A lot of people called her loose or a tot and anything anyways, but then other people are just glorifying her for it because she's actually put herself out there and kind of professionally trying to be professional about it, some people say, but still exposed herself in a certain type of light. So but people say black culture is ghetto and it's trash and stuff, and I'm not really the black community, and I can't really speak for the the black culture and stuff. But I kind of realize I don't think people would like half these women that half these women or half these entertainment stars and things that are in entertainment and stuff. I don't think people would like half of them if it wasn't for the fact that they would strip naked or be half naked and etc. And basically be being exposed, or or somebody even if they get leaked, there's some guys out there that'll be like, oh, they're exposed, and they get off on the fact. I mean, that's basically how the world works. The people want to see that type of shit, and once it gets out there, it gets out there, and the whole world either gets off on it or doesn't care, or gets grossed out, or whatever else. So. But it goes for like celebrities too. Celebrities are just they have all this money, they live high class lives and stuff, but they did do all these risky things, or he's doing all these risky things and stuff behind closed doors, and then there's people taking pictures and things and etc. And that stuff's getting leaked out onto the internet and etc. So people can people are seeing these celebrities half naked, and celebrities drop this and that, and I know for a fact there are a couple of safe sites that actually do celebrity, they do celebrity leaks and stuff like that, but um I don't know. I don't really know what to say at this point. I don't really know what to say. I mean, other than I was gonna come on and say black culture was kind of ghetto and ratchet, anyways. And do we like black culture because the music's entertaining? Because some people don't think the music's entertaining. I mean, when you're from an older generation and stuff, and you kind of have to listen to some of the newer generation's music. Some of the newer generation's music's not always that great, and not always that entertaining. I mean, Nicki Minaj had a couple of good albums or a couple of good songs, but there's some of the other hip hop artists and stuff. Some of their stuff isn't that great. It's not like I don't appreciate black culture. I mean, there's certain songs and things and artists I do appreciate occasionally, even black culture, but some of them I'm starting to wonder because a lot of these female celebrities and things are putting themselves out there half naked, or things are getting leaked, and the world is having them blow up just because they're half naked and etc. When it comes to their fame and fortune, they're all getting famous and stuff because they're doing leaks and etc. So so I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what to say. I mean, Cooking with Kaya obviously came to mind, and I kind of read somewhere that she actually got she did get exposed, or some people are saying she might be getting exposed um because people think she because a lot of women are basically hating on her because guys find her attractive, and she's very popular among the men, and a lot of the women are hating that now because it takes away from them, and but regardless, celebrity culture and black culture and all this stuff with celebrities and black culture and stuff is the reason why. Well, the reason why we have Trump in office, because all the leftist stuff and all the leftist agendas and things that have pushed these, celebrities and all these things. I mean, some of them might even be right, on the right leaning, celebrities or right leaning political people. But some of these, left leaning celebrities and stuff, the way they put themselves out there and stuff, especially in either in film or just the way they kind of have to put themselves in careless situations that end up being later on leaked onto the internet. It really says a lot about them. It really says a lot about how much self respect they have and etc. But I mean, at the end of the day, we all came into this world nude. We all came into this world without any clothes on and without anything except our bodies and our well the way we were proportioned. So looking at a naked woman really isn't really a problem. I mean, obviously there might be some people that would judge me on that based off of biblical issues, but especially when it comes to Adam and Eve too. Adam and Eve, because it was a sin for Eve to be for a sin for Eve and Adam to do certain things in the Garden of Eden, which they did, like they ate from the apple and they did some other things, which obviously populated the Garden of Eden, and but obviously they were obviously in the Garden of Eden, and they probably didn't have anything to wear, and stuff like that, and and there was a sexual sin among the Garden of Eden too, that's kind of undertoned in that whole story too. So, but the point being is, but if you're not like a religious scholar, or somebody's going to scold you because now we got to wear clothes because Adam sinned or whatever else they're going to say about Adam in the Bible, and about society, of how his reparations in the Bible kind of went and uh affected the generations to come. We kind of wear clothes and stuff now to protect ourselves and to stay warm and stay dry, or to stay adapted to the weather and etc. But half of these women are exposed. Half of these women are exposed. Some of them have been exposed, during marriage, before marriage, and etc. So the whole world gets to see them, out there and open. And um, I don't know what their husbands think. I don't know what their husbands would say. I mean, to have the woman that they married or got involved with basically be naked to the world, and have the whole world, knowing that the whole world's kind of staring at them when they see them in person because they've seen them naked or etc. Um, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just look at the whole ghetto culture thing because it really is ghetto, and it really gets kind of trashy and stuff, and it doesn't. I mean, some people say it doesn't represent the black culture right away, but I'm not trying to get myself into being that authoritarian type of person where I'm saying, oh, I can speak for the black culture because I can't and I don't want to, even though I mean the black culture is saying it's not for us. It's not what we think find appropriate for what we should be represented by. Although that's what is being represented by the black culture. As Nicki Minaj up there shaking her butt and all these people in black entertainment and stuff on the TV doing what they're doing. So, but basically all the nudes and stuff. I mean, people might have to start wondering: do we really care about these people, or we just find them kind of attractive? We don't really care about the music, but we just kind of care about looking at them, in an attractive light or half naked. It's just like, do we even really care about your music or what you're doing, or do we even really care about you as a person? Are we just here in a form of lust? That's what I think the world really needs to look at, because I think half the time I think the world says people say there are fans and stuff, and then half the time I think other people are like getting all excited because things get leaked and stuff, and then these celebrities get exposed and they're getting their jollies off, and that's basically so I don't know, but regardless, I mean, the cooking with Kaya thing took me by surprise. I mean, there's some stuff on Twitter, but I'm not going to click on any of it because I don't really want to know. I mean, I just like, oh, I checked. Sometimes you can check Twitter and things will be posted to Twitter. There is something on Reddit. There is actually a video on Reddit that's like a 10-20 second video that might be Kaya, but I'm only gonna just say that openly. Um, but I mean, I looked briefly just to see if there was any leaked videos because Reddit or Twitter usually has something like that. They've had some Chloe stuff on different things too. But you know, at this point, if the video gets shown or it pops up and people see it and etc., then um, it is what it's gonna be at this point. But um, the woman was all Kaya was trying to do was cook. All Kaya was trying to do was cook and cook for her, her man and stuff like that. I think half the men too also to find her attractive and want to see her naked, and that's kind of why that people are emphasizing or pushing that because it's a big deal, or they either that or they want to make her seem loose or unattractive by the fact that she's having sex or her video got leaked and etc. So. But once again, it goes on that whole "I'm gonna expose you" sex thing that is driving the world. So because sex sells and all this other stuff that is ratchetly ghetto when it comes to culture and black culture and society and being popularity and stuff like that. So, um, but yeah, I just wanted to come on and just talk about that because I mean, I don't want to like harp too much on and seem disrespectful to black people because you know um black people have said it. Black people have said it. Black people have openly, said it and said, our culture, the culture, what's being passed as culture is not really respectable. It's not respectable. It's not what we find respected or really something we really want our kids or people to see because it really doesn't represent us in a very good light. Or at least some people who have woken up and have actually said that, especially on the conservative side. But let's be honest. I mean, if you're liberal, if you're democratic, I mean, they kind of promote the sex workers and things and sex cells. And these days, you can go on Twitter and there's people you can follow. Half their clothes are ripped off and or they're doing things where they're putting shit in their body parts and things like that. Right on live social media and stuff like that. So. Um, So I mean, and sex sells, and because sex sells, it's not going to be an issue that goes away anytime soon. But it's an issue that's kind of helped plague the ghetto-ness of black culture, and how certain black celebrities have been used for the ghetto-ness of black culture and been used as props and stuff. And I think they're now trying to do that to Cooking with Kaya and stuff like that too. So. But yeah, that's all I really got to say at this point. I just welcome to my rant, like welcome to my thing. I just want to get off my chest, about black culture and Cooking with Kaya, because the Cooking with Kaya thing was going to be is just happened to be added on there after I did some looking into some things. But you know, I don't know. I mean, I not gonna lie. I mean, I like some of these women. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them half naked. So if their video dropped, I mean, if I could find a way to look at the video without getting viruses, I would look at the video. I would say, oh, cool, But at the same time, and maybe it's not as consensual. Maybe it's not as consensual. Maybe it's not as appropriate, to be, supporting, and for multiple reasons. Whether it supports the ghetto-ness of black culture that black culture is trying to get rid of, or whether it's against somebody else's consent, or etc. But shit gets leaked, and people get their shit exposed, and people and put out there into the world. And as I said before, sex sells, and we gotta deal with it. We gotta deal with sex selling, and we gotta deal with this culture where people do well for a while, but in the end, everybody wants to see everybody naked, or everybody without their damn clothes on, or sucking a woo woo, and and getting their behind popped and everything else. So But anyways, peace.